Welcome back everyone to Elite Dangerous, and this is the promised video of thrusters testing. So if you've been on the channel at least a week or two, you've probably seen the shield generator testing video. Basically we found out a lot of valuable information and actually had Frontier take a notice and actually change a few things about it. And so a lot of valuable information was found there, but basically I wanted to find out some good things on the thrusters, some facts, some things that we can actually go by to find out if it's worth upgrading the thrusters past a certain point, or even if it's worth upgrading it at all. So three things I wanted to find out for the video. I wanted to find out what benefits in speed we gain for upgrading our thrusters through the ratings of the maximum class of a ship. I also wanted to find out what effect the power distributor had on our speed, and also what kind of an effect does the mass of a ship have on our speed. So we'll start off with what benefits we gain for upgrading through the ratings of the thrusters. So I tested the Cobra, Asp and Sidewinder initially for 3 different speeds, and of course all speeds are in meters per second. These were the lateral thruster speed, so that's up, down and left and right. All of these speeds are the same all the time, so I just tested up speed. Maximum throttle speed and maximum boost speed were the other 2. Also guys, all tests were done with the maximum power into engines. So if you've been looking at the table, you can see that the C-rated thrusters are performing worse than the D-rated thrusters. The E to Ds and C or actual B to As are actually performing. You get a nice increase. You're getting at least 4 meters per second on max throttle and lateral thrusters. However, from D to C, you're actually getting a worse performance, even though it costs more and it should definitely give you more performance. It should give you more speed, absolutely 100%. We're getting about 5 meters less per second than what we should be, and we're actually getting a less performance than the D1. So if you ever gone and downgraded from a B to a C, it would have actually been better to go from a B to a D as far as these results are concerned. So I was maybe thinking that, oh, I've done something wrong here. I've done some testing wrong, so I'm going to test 3 other ships, and then I was even more puzzled. So for these three ships I bought, the Adder, the Viper and the Eagle, there was shipyard bought, and I only ever changed the thrusters. No better power distributor for these ones. However, still maximum pips into engines. So I tested the Adder, the Viper and the Eagles, D and C thrusters only. And what I found was the only ship that isn't affected by this, so the ship of the 6 that I tested, the Viper, as you can see by the results, is the only one that actually upgrades when you buy the C-rated thrusters for it. So all in all, I'm going to report this to Frontier, post it to Reddit, see what the people think, but I don't think I've done any testing wrong, and what I've found is a major flaw in upgrading your thrusters, which is if you're going to a C-rated thruster, you may as well buy a D-rated thruster at the moment, because they are actually better. So whatever's happened here in Frontier's coding, or whatever's happened in algorithms, whatever, it's gone wrong somewhere, and it's a shame really this has happened, but it's good that I've tested this out. This is what thruster testing and these testing videos are for, is to find out some strange facts about this game, and this is what I've found. So basically, when you're upgrading your thrusters, make sure you're sticking with everything apart from the C-rated thrusters, because the C-rated thrusters are currently not working as planned, hopefully. I mean, if they're working as planned, then I would like an explanation as to why the C-rated thrusters are worse than the D-rated thrusters, even though costing more, and actually probably saying that the optimal mass is improved. So moving away from those strange results, we'll go on to what the actual mass has an effect on our speed. So looking at test results now for the Cobra mass. So this was with the 4E thrusters on it, and I had the least mass, normal mass and most mass, and I tried to make it as the least mass as possible and the most mass as possible, and then the normal mass was just kind of bang on the optimal mass of the 4E thrusters. So after those tests, I found out that actually exceeding the optimal mass by a large amount, it has the effect of making your thrusters perform around 1 rating worse. So I was getting about 4 meters a second less. So if, for instance, you bought a 4D rated thrusters, it would perform about the level of a 4E thruster if you're going to go and exceed the optimal mass by a large amount. Now this is the opposite for being a fair amount under the optimal mass. As you can see, we gained about 4 meters a second, which means it's like we've bought a high rated thruster. Now this stuff is useful to know, however the effect is nowhere near what I thought it would be. I was expecting a much bigger effect, and it's a shame that mass doesn't have a bigger effect on our ships, because for instance from about 250 ton ship, when you add an extra 100 tons, it should affect speed, shouldn't it? More than a few meters a second at least, is what I think. But if you have other thoughts, then of course tell me in the comments below. Admittedly, more testing will be probably required for this specific results, but I was mainly bothered about those other results earlier in the video. The last thing I wanted to find out was about the power distributor and how it affected our speed. So I did know that you get a bigger capacitor and a faster charging capacitor when you actually upgrade your power distributor, especially in the engine department. What I didn't know is if it actually gained our speed or boost speed, and through testing it doesn't. Everything else is the same. The only thing you get for upgrading your power distributor in relation to engines is a bigger capacitor and a faster recharging capacitor, which means it does mean more speed in the end. It does mean you're going to be able to turn much faster and keep at the maximum speed much faster. However, initial throttle speed and lateral thrusting speed isn't changed, and it does stay the same with a bigger or worse capacitor or worse power rate distributor. And that's it, guys, in relation to thrusters testing. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've learnt a lot. If you have, leave a like and do all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all next time.